strong, I guess, an enemy stronghold. We got a mission to push down. We knew it was going to be a bad fight. We knew we were probably going to take casualties, but it was necessary to push that Marine presence out further. Furthermore, helping the local populations and trying to rid that territory of the enemy.
Now, when you get that order, what does that do to you inside? Are you ready to go? Are you thinking, oh, damn, we got to go do this? Or is it all training? Is it adrenaline? What happens when you realize, okay, we're moving, we have an objective, and we're going to go after it?
We know it's what we were over there for. It's what we signed up for. You're right, it had become part of daily life. Our squad drew the short straw, so we headed down there, and shortly after moving in, the first grenade attack came.
Yeah. Tell us where you were when you were injured and the circumstances about that.
Myself, a fellow Marine, best friend, we were on top of a roof, and we were we were on post, which is, I guess in civilian terms, like a lookout position to protect the Marines inside the mud compound, because really there's no roofs over there. So we were on top of the little tiny roof that they used to sleep in, and the grenade attack came. I don't remember any of the moments leading up to it.
Now, help me out here. In the movies, we see grenades being thrown. Were these being thrown, or were they being launched?
They were being thrown right into the compound by enemy fighters.
So the enemy is fairly close.
Very much.
Yeah. And how many Marines are then you looking out for the welfare?
I would say we only went down there with about 12.
12. Okay. Go ahead.
And so the only thing I remember for that entire day is the sound of small arms fire, AK-47, their primary choice of weapon, that morning, which is kind of like our alarm clock on a regular basis. And then the only thing I remember after that is physically how my body felt after I was hit by the grenade.
You're hit when you're up on the roof. You're in that position with two other Marines?
Just one.
Just one other Marine. Okay, so you know something has happened to your body, and your perception is obviously very strange at that moment.
It was. I was confused because the last thing I remembered, I was on top of a roof, and I didn't know if I had been patrolling and stepped on IED, and that's just the last thing I could remember. When I got hit, my vision was almost like if a TV didn't have cable and it was just white and gray static. My ears were ringing very loud. I couldn't hear anything because my ruptured eardrums. The next thing I felt was warm water. Felt like warm water was being poured all over me from the blood loss.
You're 22 years old when this happens.
21.
21 years old.
Yes, sir.
And the reason you suffered these massive injuries is because, what did you do? You put yourself between your buddy and the grenade? You fell on the grenade? What was the actual action on your part?
From eyewitness accounts and forensic evidence and a post-blast analysis, I shielded and covered the grenade for my fellow Marine.
Wow. This is fascinating because this is nearly a textbook case of combat. Is this because of Kyle Carpenter, or is this because of Kyle Carpenter, the Marine?
Well, from the second we step on the yellow footprints at boot camp, it's instilled to us that there's a bigger purpose, that the uniform we wear has a rich history and legacy of Marines that have been heroic before us to take care of our junior Marines, and that when we get in those bad parts of the world that nobody wants to go to, the Marines to our right and left is all we have. So I would like to say it was me. I would like to think it was a little bit me, but absolutely the Marine Corps and our history and just everything we stand for makes us want to be courageous and do those things.
Well, God bless you.